Late one stormy night, I found myself alone in my old, creaky house. The wind howled outside and rain beat against the windows like impatient fingers. As I settled into bed, I heard a faint ringing. My landline phone. Puzzled, I picked up the receiver, expecting to hear the voice of a friend or family member. But all I heard was static, like whispers from another dimension. I dismissed it as a wrong number and hung up. Just as I started to drift off to sleep, the phone rang again. Annoyed, I answered, only to be met with the same eerie static. This time, something else lingered beneath the surface, a faint, distant voice as if calling out for help. I shivered, feeling an inexplicable sense of dread. I hung up once more, my heart racing. I tried to shake off the unease and closed my eyes, but the ringing persisted. Each time I picked up, the static grew louder, the voice more desperate. In a fit of frustration, I yanked the phone cord from the wall, plunging the room into silence. I breathed a sigh of relief, believing the bizarre ordeal was finally over. But then, I heard it. The ringing. It was no longer coming from the phone, it was coming from the hallway. My pulse quickened as I followed the sound, and to my horror, I realized it was coming from the old, disconnected phone hanging on the wall. The receiver swung gently, as if someone had just placed it back on the hook. Trembling, I reached for the receiver and held it to my ear. The static was gone, replaced by a voice I recognized, but one that was impossible. It was my own voice, whispering words that sent a chill down my spine. "Help me, please, I'm trapped." I dropped the receiver, my mind racing. The voice continued to plead, growing fainter with each passing moment. Panicked, I grabbed a flashlight and rushed to the basement. As I descended the creaky stairs, the voice grew louder, guiding me to a hidden corner. I found an old forgotten phone, its cord tangled and frayed. With trembling hands, I picked it up and pressed it to my ear. The voice was clearer now, unmistakably mine, recounting a tale of desperation and darkness. It spoke of a time when I was lost and alone, a time I had long suppressed. With a final, chilling plea for rescue, the voice faded, leaving me standing in the darkness of the basement, the phone now silent in my hand. To this day, I can't explain what happened that night, whether it was a trick of the mind or a glimpse into another reality. But the memory of that phantom phone call, and the voice that echoed from beyond, continues to haunt me, a reminder that some mysteries are best left unanswered.